Alright, I know it's been ages, I know I kind of just dropped off the face of the earth, but I was scrolling through X, formerly known as Twitter, the other day, and I came across a Kickstarter for a game called Cerulean Invasion. Now, I don't know much about this game aside from it's queer, it's space themed, a little spicy maybe. Aside from that, we're going into this completely blind. I've got the demo booted up and ready to go, so let's check this out. Now, for the 2 or 3 of you that might actually watch this video, if you want to check out this project for yourselves, I've dropped a link in the description for the Kickstarter project. You can check it out. They're very close to their goal. You can also download a demo on Steam to play the game yourself. So, let's get into it. Chapter 1. Moon colony destroyed. Estimated casualties, 25,000. Wow. Under Article whatever the fuck of the Emergencies Act, citizens ages 18 to 25 are to be drafted for military service. Avoiding military duty is considered a capital crime. I guess this is my life now. This morning, when Article whatever the fuck was invoked, military police came knocking at my door, sweeping me away from my family. No longer by her side, I can still hear her innocent sobs. My little sister, desperate to save her big brother from those menacing uniformed men. It wrenches my heart just to think of it. But in here, we're meant to leave those painful memories behind. There's no place for sob stories in the Galactic Army. Drafted into war against the Prothenians, I've only heard rumors about them, mere myths, fables of giant beasts and reptiles ravaging entire planets. How are we meant to defeat such creatures? The only combat training I've had is through Celestial Warfare 2, the VR game I spent half my days grinding at online. It feels like I've been transported into another universe, or, no, an entirely new reality, a world of warfare, combat, and extremely uncomfortable transport vehicles. Case in point, the shuttle starts to shudder, rocking back and forth as we trundle over what must be a small dust storm. I nearly hit my head on the ceiling. Impulsively, I reach over to grab the hand of the person to my left, trying to keep myself steady. The fellow glances over, his locks of pink hair swaying gently in the vehicle's wake. Oh, he's pretty. Ooh, hey baby. Shouldn't we get to know each other first? He winks at me, shuddering of embarrassment. I wasn't thinking, I grabbed what was closest to me. My first day in the army, and I've already made a complete fool of myself. I'm a mess. He probably thinks I'm scared shitless too, desperate for attention, needing to be consoled. I mumble an incoherent apology, dragging my hand away. I'm kidding, I don't mind. You can hold my hand for however long you want. No, it was an accident. I stumble through my words, feeling my face burn a shade of red so hot it had put Mars to shame. Despite my awkwardness, the chap next to me smiles playfully. Besides, I think you're kind of cute. My heart skips a beat. Is he flirting with me, or is he trying to get my mind off of my own embarrassment? I don't know. I sure hope it's the former, though. Curse my senseless brain and its constant habit of overthinking. Unable to decide what to do, I render a faint smile instead. My name's Evan, by the way. Don't forget it. He laughs, and I find myself joining in. Somehow, this bumpy journey already feels a little lighter. I offer him a handshake, and thankfully, he shakes my hand in return. I'm Alexis. Nice to meet you. And, I'm great at playing VR games like Celestial Warfare. Well, that's one way to introduce yourself. I catch Evan stifling a giggle and roll my eyes, glancing away. He's allowed to think whatever he wants about my gaming habits, but the fact of the matter is, I'm the one who's got an average KDA, kill death assist, of 3.7. Alright, is that good? Alright. Yeah, maybe it's a good thing I'm getting out of the house. It's okay, I won't judge. After all, we all have our own ways of relaxing. He winks at me again. I'm tempted to ask him how he blows off steam, though the conversation might steer a different way if I do. Anyway, don't sweat it. If you ask me, this war will blow over within a week or two tops. If it goes any longer than that... Evan shrugs. I have to admire his carefree attitude. I wish I felt the same way. Well, at least I hope so. I guess we're in the same boat, you and I, huh? Let's stick together. I promise, if we're out there on the battlefield together, I won't use you as a meat shield, okay? I can't help but smile. Evan's infectious personality shines through. He's a breath of fresh air amidst the current climate. I sure hope you're right. The rumors I've heard about these creatures, A loud sigh from the rear interrupts my train of thought. Both Evan and I glance at one another. A silent thought seems to pass between us. Who is this person? I turn around to the seat behind us, meeting the death stare of a brooding, hunched-over boy with messy hair the color of a raven. A name tag from their nearby bag reads Osman. You good there, buddy? You need some moonshine to help clear away all that edge? Osman simply narrows his eyes at us, keeping his lips zipped tight. Ugh, I can't stand people who moan and groan but don't tell you what they're complaining about. Do any of us look like we want to play a guessing game? Cat got your tongue, huh? Good, let's keep it that way, okay? We were in the middle of something. For a moment, Osman is silent, and I start to think perhaps Evan got through to him, just as I turn to Evan, attempting to continue our small talk. Osman sighs again, even louder than before. Unbelievable. What's your problem, man? Spit it out already. Ugh, whatever. Both of you keep fucking yapping like it's some happy fun time paradise in here. Shut the fuck up and leave the rest of us in peace, will ya? Damn, now that is quite the introduction. Tell us how you really feel, I'm curious. You asked for it. I want to lash out at him, but getting into a fight on the first day wouldn't leave the best of impressions, now would it? After taking a breath and contemplating his perspective, I can somewhat understand where he's coming from, even if it was expressed pretty badly. Apologies, you're right. We were a bit talkative, everyone's on edge, the war against the Parthenians weighs heavy on our minds. To borrow your expression, it really isn't some happy fun time paradise, it's pretty dire. I'm sorry we bothered you. I offer him a courteous smile, hoping to get on his good side. If I'm going to be fighting a war alongside him, we may as well get along. I mean, I don't want him to offer me as a tribute. I'm Alexis, by the way, and this is Evan. It's a pleasure to meet you. I extend my hand, the same way I did for Evan. Your name is Osman, isn't it? He stares dead straight into my eyes, meeting me with a piercing gaze that makes my bones feel like molten moon rock. He then slaps my hand away. I shrink backwards a little, cradling my hand against my chest, staring at him in shock. He doesn't seem to care at all, leaning back in his seat with a sigh. Evan, though, seems to care a lot. He lunges forward, his face scrunched up with righteous anger, and grabs Osman by the collar. You... you idiot! Beep. Okay. Breaking Evan's attempt to strangle Osman to death, a voice echoes through the vehicle over the intercom. Strap in, folks, we're about to make our descent to the military base, and oh boy is it a bumpy one. You thought this ride was turbulent? You haven't seen nothing yet, younglings. I groan internally. I'm somehow thankful the military dragged me away before I could finish breakfast. A ride like this would make anyone queasy. Evan then settles back into his seat with a huff, whilst Osman simply glares at him, otherwise unmoving, like a ruffled black crow. Evan's kind of an asshole. Not Evan, the other guy. Osman, whatever the fuck. He's kind of a prick. He's cute, though. It's best not to engage with Osman right now. We'll soon be stationed at the same military base, and our paths are bound to cross again. It might be wiser to give him some space for the time being. Emotions are running high. Everyone's afraid, tense, and on edge. I'll get to know him later. Evan shoots one final side-eyed glare at Osman before turning back around, facing forward as the shuttle begins to land. I grip onto the sides of my seat, taking a deliberate, calming breath, hoping to ease the tense look on my face. I don't want to appear frail in front of the other recruits, especially on my first day. With a loud thump, the shuttle lands, bouncing and hopping around like some kind of gigantic metal rabbit. Imagining that scene helps take my mind off the queasy, bumpy reality. I nearly hit my head on every possible piece of metal and machinery inside the ship. As the shuttle comes to a screeching halt, I quickly survey my surroundings. Both Evan and Osman seem to have handled the landing just fine. Before I can ask them how they're doing, however, a hatch at the front of the shuttle slides open, revealing... Another babe. Listen up, meat shields. Oh boy, here we go. Osmond groans at the officer's introduction. On the other hand, Evan seems to sit up a little straighter. Whether that's because he wants to be on his best behavior or because this newcomer is rather attractive, I couldn't say. I'm the commanding officer of the Unit Blue, Leon. Do any of you know who Unit Blue are? Down closer to the front, a recruit timidly raises their hand. Us, sir? You're star-damned right. Unit Blue, through and through, cadets. So you better shape up, sit up, and zip up. You might have gotten used to your cushy lifestyle, full of little luxuries and appetizing food, but that ends here. We're at war. Someone in the back yells out, with the Prothenians. You're right, and don't any of you forget that, alright? Our sworn enemies are those bastard Prothenians. They've destroyed a moon colony with our people in it, your flesh and blood. So I better not hear any sappy moralizing when we put laser rifles in your hands and tell you to fire on sight. Got it? Leon glances around our motley little crew of new recruits, raising an eyebrow. I said, got it? In unison, we all shout back, got it! Now that's what I like to hear. Leon takes a step back, letting in the early morning light into the shuttle, illuminating us with a faint white glow. He gestures for us to get out, gathering outside around him. Now, first things first, I'm going to put you all to the test. Whenever I get a fresh batch of new recruits, I like to run them through the oven to make sure they're worth the effort. Nobody laughs alongside him. We glance at each other instead, wondering what he's got in store for us. You're all going to race and do 500 laps around the square. We're going to see exactly what you're made of. Far in the back, behind me, someone yells out, "But we're in our civilian clothes, sir!" So what? For a moment, everyone is silent. Then, Leon laughs heartily, slapping the shuttle. His sheer strength causes it to shudder. Running laps around this open square is going to get exhausting real quick. Leon extends his arm outwards, raising a clenched fist towards the stars. Seems like we have no choice in the matter. Come on, you worms, get in line. On my mark, start running and don't stop until you finish 500 laps. Despite his rough exterior, I get the sense that he genuinely cares about our cohort, or at the very least, the common cause we're all committed to. This kindles my own fighting spirit. I want to prove to Leon, our commander, that I can hold my own in this race. Coming in last is simply not an option for me. I gather with the others by the starting line just as Leon gives us the signal. Run, you fools! The cadets submit, jetting off down the track at lightning speeds. Even I'm a little surprised at how fast some of these trainees are. I catch a glimpse of Evan whirling past me, giving me a little wave as he does so. The way his pink hair flutters in the breeze reminds me of wind rustling through a sakura tree. I then burst into a sprint, aiming to reach the head of the pack. It's challenging, especially with the number of cadets to navigate around, but by concentrating on my breathing and keeping my head down, I managed to break free from the group and surge ahead. A blur of dark gray sprints past me. It's Osmond, and though he's speedy, I can tell he's not looking where he's going. The chap almost slams into me. I reach out to gently nudge him so he doesn't run me over, but he, predictably, bats my hand away. What do you think you're doing? Trying to help? Really, because it sure looks like you're jealous of me, trying to knock me over too. So much for sportsmanship. What? I wasn't trying to do that at all. I just wanted to make sure you were okay. Whatever. Get out of my way if you're going to run so slowly. Osmond shoves past me. What's his problem? I sigh, pushing the thought aside for now. I have a race to focus on, and though he's acting like a prick, Osmond is running faster than me, a fact I plan on correcting. I witness a few cadets losing momentum as their bodies tire, desperately trying to keep pace, gasping for air. Now's my chance. Yes, I can sense everyone else falling further behind me, my lead extending by the second. There's no chance they'll catch up to me now. I catch a glimpse of Evan, who gives me a little grin. He must be about a lap behind me, but he's trying his best to catch up, and fast. Hey, look at our little race car. Leave some speediness for the rest of us, why don't you? I can feel myself blushing a little. Gah! Now's not the time to get all hot and bothered over Evan's compliments. I try to wipe the redness off my cheeks, though I don't think I'm very successful. I'm not all that fast, really. I just thought if I could keep momentum up at the head of the pack, I'd motivate myself to form a lead, and then nobody could get past me before we finished. Evan whistles, nodding his head. Not just a pretty face, huh? I can feel myself blushing again, and my concentration faltering. He's such a flirt. Well, even if you've got smarts, you'll need more than that to outrun me. See you at the finish line, Alexis. I can't tell whether I just got fooled by a dirty trick or if I let myself fall head over heels for Evan. Either way, I have to catch up. That sweet talking of yours and pretty smile won't get the best of me, Evan. Luckily, I've got the lead. All I need to do is make it count. Putting even more effort into my running than before, I speed around the open square, pumping my legs to the beat of my heart. If I just keep pushing myself, I know I can make it. I'm not about to make a fool of myself on the first day. All other noise seems to fade. The only thing I can focus on is the gravel beneath my feet and the dust kicked up in my wake. I forget about Evan, about Osmond, about Leon, this war, and the army. One singular thought keeps turning over in my mind. Keep running. You can stop now, kid. Head down, feet pounding across the surface. My chest is on fire, but... Cadet, you won! You're the first to reach 500 laps. You can stop running now. Huh? I slow down to a standstill, realizing most of the other recruits have finished too. Did I hear him right? I glance over at Leon with curiosity. You said that I... Yes, you won. Woo-hoo. He brushes past me with a growl, spitting on the ground beneath us. For a moment, I'm stunned. I don't know what to say or to think. I finished first, and Osmond seems furious about it too. Fuck that guy. By a few star-damn seconds. Piss off. He glares at me with such a piercing gaze I can almost feel my heart split in two. But before I can respond, Evan rushes up to me, his demeanor as radiant and cheerful as ever. Wow, you really aced it, man, and here I thought I had a chance. I mean, I was gloating about beating you, but you stuck to your gut. Congrats. Thank you. It was just dumb luck, I think. No way, you're faster than a cheetah, dude, I'm sure of it. That same blush I felt earlier is crawling up my cheeks again. This time, though, I don't need to focus on running. Instead, I nudge Evan back, testing the waters with a little flirty grin. Well, you're not too shabby yourself. You must work out a lot to keep that kind of pace. Oh, you know, I try to hit the gym every now and then. It's mostly for appearances, but good to hear it's paying off in other ways, too. I wonder if they have a gym around here. Before I can get another word in, Leon marches up at the center of the track, whips a dodgy-looking megaphone out of his pocket, and starts bellowing into it. Instantly, all those who'd been milling around, catching their breath after the race, turn their attention towards him, ready to listen. All right, cadets, listen up. You all finished the race in one piece, which is an almost commendable effort. Let's hear it for this budding new recruit. He gestures at me, and I feel 100 pairs of eyes turning towards me. Suddenly, it's as if there's a ton of bricks strapped onto my back. I can feel the pressure building up. What's your name, punk? Go on, spit it out. It's Alexis, sir. Alexis, took you long enough. This little fella managed to outworm the rest of you, so give him a round of applause. Being the fastest runt of the litter isn't incredible, but it's a start. Now, the training exercise you've just endured is but a small percentage of what you'll experience here. Hell is a better vacation spot than this place. If you survive our training, you'll come out a better person, a fighter, a soldier. Several of us exchange glances with one another, sharing one of those looks. He's a tad excessive. The thought that Leon may be a war-raging lunatic is crossing every cadet's mind. Listen, the Prothenians are ruthless. Ruthless, you hear? They'll tear you to shreds. They'll tear your families to shreds. They'll tear everything, bit by bit, until there's nothing left. So I'm going to be ruthless too, with all of you, my little squadron. Under my leadership, you're going to show those blasted aliens who's boss. Us humans are a force to be reckoned with. A belated yeah rises up from the group of cadets. I'm not sure how many people's hearts are really in it yet. It's hard to pump yourself up for war when you've never met your enemy. But the spirit behind Leon's message manages to capture a few of us, myself included. When I think of my family, of my little sister and mother, I know deep inside my heart I have to protect us, all of us. No Prothenian will take over what's ours. Alright, enough waffling around. You cadets smell worse than a Prothenian on bath day. Go take a shower, you hear? You'll be provided with a fresh set of clothes on your way out. We'll convene in the cafeteria in about 45 minutes. There you'll be given your assigned bunks and roommates, so don't be late or I'll put you in the bunk right below mine. A hushed silence falls over the group. Showers, clean clothes, new roommates. After those 500 laps, it doesn't sound too bad. Well, except for the bit about sleeping beneath Commander Leon. That's where I toss all my toenail clippings. No ma'am. He guffaws loudly. Nobody else joins in. After his laughter abates, Leon sighs, glaring down at the group. Well, what are you waiting for? Go, go, go! The cadets and I rapidly disperse, heading off to the showers. I sigh, wiping sweat from my brow, whilst following the group. Evan saddles up to me with a bright little grin. Look who it is, our little winner. It was just a training exercise. I hardly won much. As if. You were really impressive. There you were, back on our transport shuttle, talking as if you didn't have any skill set other than video games. Yeah, right. Well, I guess I forgot to mention, I do enjoy a little cardio here and there. I bet you do. I'm sure it comes in handy for other areas, too. Quit playing, Evan. Lead the way. Together, we step into the changing area. I'm immediately hit in the face with a blast of steam. Phew, this place is boiling hot. Evan and I find empty lockers next to each other and start getting undressed. Oof, Evan! Hey, baby. It's hard not to feel flustered when Evan peels his shirt off, revealing his lithe, toned body, still dripping with sweat from the run. Oof. I do love the art in this game, for sure. With but his boxers remaining, I gulp, trying not to make it obvious I'm staring. He's got a little tattoo that says Veni Vidi Vici on his chest, which is really cute too. You alright? Oh, yeah, just thinking about this whole war situation. Crazy, isn't it? I follow Evan's lead, quickly taking my clothes off too. Let's hope Evan doesn't notice me ogling him. Can you blame me? Look at him. Take a breath, man. This war might be serious, but you can't think about it all the time. And, any of the cadets out here you find cute? The what? Come on, anyone caught your eye yet? A bunch of sweaty recruits all confined in one space. There's bound to be someone. Hasn't crossed my mind. I was too busy winning the race. Boring, though I guess I can see how you came in first. Seems like you're one to get distracted easily. We'd better keep an eye out for you on the battlefield. A suggestive gaze from one of those Prothenian lizards and we've lost you, I'm sure. As if. I prefer humans, thank you very much. Besides, there's plenty to be distracted by here. Once I turn the showers on and the first jet of hot water cascades down my back, I manage to stop thinking about Evan, at least for a moment. After running 500 laps, it feels great to just take a moment and enjoy the water. Even if the army showers are old and the pipes are leaky, this is the best shower I've ever had in my life. You enjoying the shower? You don't have to ask me that twice. It feels great. Just wait until we have to shower in this thing every day for the next 6 months. You'll get sick of this place soon enough. Well, as long as I have the rest of you guys here, it shouldn't be too bad. Evan grins, nudging me with his bare, slick shoulder. I can feel a hot blush running up my body. Oh, so you're looking forward to the eye candy, is that it? No, not at all. I just meant friendship and camaraderie. Suddenly, I hear the sound of someone else barging into the locker room. Huh, that's strange. I thought Evan and I were the last ones here. Who could that be? The door to the showers bangs open, and lo and behold, Osmond barges inside. His eyes glare at the pair of us, flickering from Evan to me before he walks up to me and shamelessly bumps into me on purpose, sending me stumbling. Sigh. I steady myself, paying him no mind. If Osmond wants to be a prick, then let him. No need to give him the attention he clearly craves for. Despite ignoring him, Osmond maintains his gaze on me as he starts to shower. I can sense his glare running through me, sending chills across my entire body. It's invasive and uncomfortable. I try my best to ignore him. Look who it is. Is he bothering you, Alexis? No, I'm fine, I promise. Besides, I step a little closer to Evan so that I can whisper to him without Osmond overhearing us. It's better if we don't engage. He just wants the attention. Yeah, you're right. We should leave the man baby alone with his little temper tantrums. I'll be finished soon anyway. You go on ahead to the cafeteria. I'll join you there, okay? Sounds good. Any excuse to get away from this guy is a good one. See you soon, Alexis. Throwing one final glare at Osmond, Evan stomps back off into the changing rooms. Being left alone with this guy sure isn't ideal, but I have to finish my shower somehow. If I don't engage with him, maybe he'll... Osmond elbows me for no stardamn reason, sending me stumbling again. I've had it. Ignoring this prick clearly hasn't worked out for me. Let's try the hands-on approach then. Ooh, alright, shit. Growling beneath my breath, I lunge at Osmond, grabbing him in a chokehold and slamming him against the shower wall. He's taken off guard, spluttering and wide-eyed. It feels good to see him looking powerless. What the fuck is wrong with you? Let me go, you freak. Not unless you tell me what your stardamn problem is. Let me go. Nope, I'm not playing around, Osmond. Either tell me what your deal is, or the first casualty of Unit Blue is about to be you. Fuck you. I mean it, Osmond. Spill it. I'm not letting go. Fine. I gaze into his eyes expectantly, finding those ashen gray pupils flickering with uncertainty and fear. Finally, an emotion other than anger coming from him. I can't fucking stand you, okay? Wow, rocket science here. Tell me something I didn't know. Shut up. This would be easier if you let me go. I raise a single eyebrow, but remain silent. I'm done playing nice. I can't stand that you've already made a friend with that dumbass Evan. Who does that? It hasn't even been a day yet. How can someone like you be making friends already? And then you just had to go and win that stupid race, didn't you? Fuck you, you narcissist prick. He snarls, spitting in anger, but it misses me and disappears amongst the shower room's steam. You think you're better than me, huh? You got lucky and now everyone's singing your praises like you've changed the entire outcome of this war. The fuck? It was 500 laps, that's it. Maybe if you weren't such a dick, people would enjoy your company too. Shut up, that's not the point. The point is, despite how nauseating and irritating you are, I can't seem to get you out of my head. I want you in ways I've never wanted anyone before, and I can't stand it. So there, now you know. Happy, idiot? Okay. Osmond grits his teeth, averting my gaze. I can tell he's embarrassed by this admission. Humility is a much better look on him than that scowl. That's a lot to take in, Osmond. I don't know how to react to everything you've said. What I can say is I'm thankful. I'm thankful you've opened up to me in that way. It takes a lot of courage. Perhaps we could start over and be friends. Or we could be more, if you want. We're done. Seems like you enjoyed yourself. Bye. Just like that. Alright. Okay, alright. That progressed rather quickly. I should leave this place, stat. Quickly, I find my new set of clothes, a mixture of white and gray, and about as gaudy as you'd expect. Military uniforms have never been known for their fashion-forward designs. I head off to the cafeteria, though I have to find my way there first. The maze of hallways and training rooms is a little confusing, but once I make it out of the shower block and into the open air, finding the food is easy. I just have to follow the sounds of everyone joking around and jostling for the best meal. It brings a small smile to my face. I can't help it. After the day we've had, camaraderie is precisely what we need, and it appears that Unit Blue is getting along as well as one could hope for. The cafeteria building is, as expected, pretty spacious, with an open floor plan that makes it feel inviting and fun to wander through. It's pretty standard, really. A whole bunch of tables lying around, and a long, long buffet line of goodies for anyone to take a stab at. Right when I'm about to get in line, with my plate and utensils in hand, Evan snakes up to me, grinning just as brightly as he always is. Hey, glad to see you made it out of there alive. Oh, yeah, it all turned out fine. Better than fine, I'd say. I sincerely hope I'm not blushing right now. I'd rather not have Evan find out about what went down in the shower block after he left. Did anything happen after I bounced? This kid, judging by his cheeky grin, Evan might already have a few ideas of how my encounter with Osmond went down. Quick, I'd better change the subject to something more palatable, something like, nothing really. Anyway, have you figured out what food here is worth eating yet? I'm starving. I don't want to take a wrong turn and end up with a plate full of fried prothenian or something. Evan claps me on the back, guiding me into the cafeteria line, which serpents all the way around the building. I hope there'll be some food left for us once we get there. Trust me, you found the right guy, Alexis. Don't tell anyone, but this is my second serving. I'll hook you up with the best foods they have to offer here. So long as it doesn't send me to the infirmary, I'll be happy enough. We're stuck waiting in line for a while, but that gives me plenty of time to analyze the rest of Unit Blue. I note a few wimpy, teary-eyed kids who look like they won't last a day, and some jock types who will probably be just as annoying as Osmond without any of that sweet payoff. Most of the new recruits look just like me, though. A bit lost, uncertain of the future, and really out of place amongst the army corporals and banners proclaiming war. We're just normal young adults, aren't we? All of us. We're not meant to experience combat or death or the grueling training they have in store for us. I'm snapped out of my thoughts when Evan tugs on my arm. Hello, you still in there? We're about to get our food. Come on, grab your plate. You've got to try the fried lunar crickets, and grab a glass of the moonberry juice too. After a dizzying tour through the best and worst of the cafeteria's food options, Evan and I take a seat near the front, watching the rest of the cadets while we eat. I notice Osmond entering soon after we sit down, but he avoids eye contact with me and takes a seat far, far away from the pair of us. Fine by me. I'd like to keep what happened contained to the shower room for now at least. Once the final recruits trickle in, it doesn't take long for Leon to show up. It's impossible to miss him. Well, look who decided to show up. He's probably here to announce the Attention, maggots! Are you always like this, Leon? Listen up real good. You're going to want to hear what I have to say. It pertains to your roommates. Called it. Sit down tight, kiddos, while I run through the list. I don't want to hear a peep from any of you, alright? Eat your star-damned bug meat or whatever rations they give you this week while I get everyone in order. Keep in mind, these room assignments are final. No complaints, you hear? You don't like who you're bunked with? Well, tough luck. Jeez, you'd think this were life or death. Surely if we get a bad roommate, we could just swap with someone else. He wouldn't notice. Though Evan whispers this to me beneath his breath, it's almost as if Leon heard us. But that'd be impossible, wouldn't it? Also, if any of you little worms think about switching rooms, think again. We'll be checking that you stay with your assigned roommates every single night, right before lights out. And if anyone who's caught canoodling in another room, for whatever reason... Leon lets out a hearty bellow, though nobody joins in with his laughter. It's more threatening than humorous. Instead, I simply glance at Evan, raising an eyebrow. This guy has clearly lost some of his marbles. You'll get your ass flattened into a pancake 6 ways until Sunday. Is that clear? A murmured yes, sir echoes around the cafeteria. I said, is that clear? We all straighten up in unison, shouting, yes, sir. Even Evan manages to put a little effort into it, though the moment Leon seems satisfied, he slouches back down against his chair and grins at me. Right, let's not waste any more time. I'm going to call out the roommate groups now. I zoned out for a few minutes, scraping off the last of my plate, but once I hear Evan's name... Room 14 is... Evan, Alexis. I can't help but grin, glancing over at Evan. He looks just as excited as I am, practically exploding out of his chair. This whole army business just got a lot more fun. I'm so glad I can share a room with someone I already get along with, and there won't be any awkward And Osman! Of course, I mean, I expected that. My heart sinks a little bit. Evan immediately glances around, looking for the guy in question. We spot Osman simultaneously, storming out of the cafeteria with just as much anger as usual. I take back what I said about managing to avoid awkwardness. This roommate situation is going to be a minefield, I can already tell. Just when I thought we were about to get a break. Forget about him. We're in the same room, Evan, together. Success! Evan brightens up, returning my smile. Yeah, you're right. It's such a lucky coincidence. This is going to make our time here so much more bearable, don't you think? Totally, though I hope you don't snore. If you do, we may have a problem. Evan sticks out his tongue, clearly trying not to laugh. I do not snore. If anyone here does, I bet it's you. Trying to deflect all the suspicion onto someone else is a classic tactic. I'll be listening real closely tonight. If I hear a single peep from you, I'll stuff your mouth with cotton. I roll my eyes, but find myself joining in the laughter too. It's infectious, and knowing that I'm going to have a friend for my roommate makes this entire stint in the army seem a lot more lighthearted. Yeah, come on. Let's go find our room before Leon calls everyone out for 500 more laps or something. Right, he said ours was number 14, I think. We exit the cafeteria together. Navigating the winding, labyrinthine halls which form the Blue Unit's barracks is a difficult task, but with Evan by my side and more than a few dead ends, we eventually manage to find our way to room 14. It's about what you'd expect, sparsely decorated with 3 beds, a writing desk, and some closet space to store our stuff. Well, it's certainly no palace. You don't have to say that twice. Remind me, are we in the army or in prison? I've always heard they're basically the same thing. I sigh, flopping down into one of the nearby beds. I guess this one will be mine. Evan takes a seat in the one next to me. We're about to embark on a hell of a journey, aren't we? I'm just not sure it's the kind of adventure any of us would want. Oh, cheer up. How about we redecorate this room, huh? I'm sure they won't mind if we hang up a few posters in here, maybe get a couple of bookshelves in. It's not that. Not just that. I will admit, a couple posters would do this place wonders, but I'm just worried that... Lights out in 10. Lights out in 10. Attention all cadets. Lights out in 10. Jeez, do they have to make that thing so loud? The intercom is in our rooms. We can all hear it. I don't know. It's kind of like a sweet little lullaby. You don't think you could fall asleep to it? I scoff, rolling my eyes and lying back in bed. Better get ready to fall asleep, regardless, with lights out in 10. I'd have an easier time falling asleep to your snoring. Anyway, where were we? Oh, yeah. Don't worry about it. Even if the lights go out, we can still talk a little. If we whisper, nobody will even hear us. Alright, if you say so. Just don't get me in trouble, okay? I'll get changed. No way I'm wearing these clothes to bed, especially if they're the only ones we get in here. I slip out of bed with a faint blush. Evan's smile is etched into my memory. Even as I turn away and begin to remove my shirt, I can almost feel his gaze tracing across my upper body and then gradually lowering as I remove my pants. Once I'm left with nothing but my boxers and a very flushed face, I slip back into bed under the covers. Comfy? Very. Now it's your turn. Yeah, hold your horses. I'll undress in front of you soon. You can look as much as you want, roomie. Evan's smug grin sends butterflies through my chest. That's not what I... Without letting me finish, Evan starts to slip out of his clothes, folding them haphazardly and tossing them onto the nearby desk. Briefly, I wonder where Osman could be, but I quickly forget about him once I get a good look at Evan. There we go. Much more comfortable. You were saying? Aren't you going to get into bed? It must be pretty cold just standing there in your boxers. Evan ignores me completely. Evan has clambered on top of me. Oh, stars above. My head is dizzy with anticipation, heat rushing up to my cheeks. You know, this is all progressing so quickly. It's night 1, you know, but that's alright. Oh shit, bitch. Hi there. Evan's fingers trace the lines of my chest. It's a gentle touch that sends my heart fluttering. I think I found myself on the wrong bed. Yeah, I'd say. I can hear his breathing, a soft, steady rhythm. My own must be shaky, shallow, and nervous. His hands have gripped the sides of my chest, so very warm. I can't control my body. It's a slave to his touch. Would you like me to continue? Go along with Evan or act shy? We're gonna go ahead and just go along with it, you know. Let's act shy. We shy. It's night one. Okay, we're shy. Evan hums some sweet, soft tune beneath his breath. His touch almost makes me want to give in, but I can't help but glance at the door in fear. Red alert! What just happened? What's going on here? Bitch, shit was about to get spicy. What's going on? Thank you for playing. We hope you enjoyed our demo. More adventures await. Alright, well, that was the demo for Cerulean Invasion. It was very much a tease. Very much a tease. But I look forward to the game when it's released. I really, really, really hope that it meets its funding goals. And I definitely plan to donate a little something myself. Because I want to be able to experience this game in full. I really appreciate the art. I really appreciate the writing. I think storytelling is very interesting so far. I want to see where this leads. And apparently we're just going to get spicy with everybody up in this bitch. Why not, you know? So yeah, I look forward to someday being able to play this game in full. And if you're still here, thanks for checking this video out. Bye.